First time in history that a 5th round pick has led jersey sales.
Yeah.
Nobody is watching 3rd, 4th round as much as we.
Shedeur Sanders is now the most popular rookie out of this year's class because he has the #1 selling jersey. If you would have said a few weeks ago after falling to the 5th round of the NFL draft that Shedeur Sanders would have the #1 selling rookie jersey right now, I would call you crazy. But according to Fanatics right now, Shedeur Sanders has a guaranteed top spot right now, with Travis Hunter being right behind him and both of those guys being from Colorado. Cam Ward, who was the #1 overall pick, comes in at 3rd. Ashton Genty, which is going to be amazing this year, comes in at 4. Abdul Carter, who was a top pick, also comes in at 5. Jackson Dart, the quarterback for the Giants, which probably isn't even going to start, comes in at 6. Tet McMillan from my Carolina Panthers at 7. Matthew Golden, who's going to be amazing, at 8. Colston Loveland at 9. And Tyler Warren at number 10. Now, not only is it impressive that he was a 5th round pick and he has the #1 selling jersey right now, it's also impressive because right when he got drafted, everybody decided to boycott the NFL's website because they let him fall so far and said they were going to specifically buy from Shedeur Sanders' website, which at the time of recording this video, all 3 pieces of merch on his website are completely sold out. So it looks like after they got done buying all of his own personal merch, they had to go to the NFL's website.
Cam Newton stepped up and confirmed what a lot of people have been thinking for months now. Shedeur Sanders is not just another rookie trying to survive in the NFL. He's something different. He's a phenomenon, a cultural force, and a business powerhouse who is completely rewriting what it means to be a first-year player in this league. When Cam Newton broke down the numbers behind Shedeur Sanders' jersey sales, he didn't hesitate, he didn't downplay it, and he didn't try to soften the impact. He said it straight. This season, according to multiple reports, Shedeur Sanders generated around $30 million from jersey sales alone. $30 million. Let that sink in. We are talking about a 5th round draft pick putting up merchandise numbers that franchise quarterbacks and playoff legends would be proud of after 10 seasons in the league. That is not normal rookie activity. That is not a small buzz. That is takeover energy.
Tell the truth. Does this surprise you guys that Shedeur Sanders, pick number 144, is now the best-selling jersey of the draft class?
No, and this is why he's going to be a Cleveland Brown. I think he's going to be on the roster no matter what. Because at the end of the day, I do think he has a safe floor at quarterback, but those type of things, moving the needle, moving dollars around and being relevant as a franchise, that's what you want as an owner.
Well, Jimmy loves this, yeah.
No doubt.
So, and the other interesting thing is that Fanatics is selling 9 different items, 9 items for him, which is more than any other draft pick outside of Cam Ward. There are 9 different options.
Kids are going to love Shedeur Sanders.
I like that dollar sign.
They
want to
throw up those watches, man. You know, throw up that watch.
Legend.
You want to be legendary.
They want to be legendary.
Did you see the video of him yesterday? He found like a park, and he was doing lunges up the hill in Cleveland. He's already putting in the work. No, lunging up the hill. I'm like, maybe I need to try that out.
Cam Newton even admitted that in all his years around the NFL, he has never seen anything like this from a 5th round selection. Think about how many draft classes he has witnessed. Think about how many hyped first-round quarterbacks have entered the league with massive expectations. And still, he said, this is the first time he has watched a player drafted that late generate this kind of financial impact strictly from jersey sales. That statement alone tells you everything. This is historic territory. It's not just impressive. It shifts the conversation about value, about influence, about what real star power looks like in today's NFL economy. Shedeur Sanders didn't need a top 5 draft slot to build momentum. He didn't need a can't-miss label from analysts. The fans decided, the culture decided, and the numbers followed. But what made Cam's comments even more powerful wasn't just the dollar figure. It was what he said about Shedeur Sanders beyond the money. Cam made it clear that Shedeur represents the culture inside the NFL right now. This isn't just about touchdowns, highlight throws, or post-game interviews. It's about presence. It's about identity. It's about understanding who you are and refusing to shrink for anyone. From the moment Shedeur Sanders declared for the draft, there were critics lined up with questions. Some doubted his abilities. Some questioned whether he could handle the spotlight. Others tried to frame him as overhyped because of his last name. There was skepticism in the air. But instead of fading under pressure, Shedeur leaned into it. He embraced the expectations. He carried himself with confidence. And now that confidence is translating into influence that stretches far beyond the field. Cam Newton also highlighted where that mindset comes from. He pointed directly to the foundation built by his father, Deion Sanders, and the Sanders family legacy. This isn't accidental. This isn't random luck. This is intentional branding, intentional discipline, and intentional confidence. The Sanders family understands how to control a narrative. They understand how to build an empire around authenticity.
I did have a conversation with Shedeur.
You did?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it was contentious.
Okay.
It was a little awkward.
Okay.
Not only with Shedeur, but also with Travis. I'm not gonna be like, oh, the media making this out to be. It was a little. Wait, hold up. Wait, what?
Yeah.
You beefing with me? I'm not beefing with you.
Shedeur Sanders doesn't try to be someone else when the cameras turn on. He doesn't chase validation from critics. He moves with a calm swagger that feels natural. And that authenticity is exactly why people connect with him. When fans buy a Shedeur jersey, they're not just buying fabric with a number on it. They're buying into a story, a mentality, a movement. And Cam is absolutely right about Shedeur Sanders becoming a true icon. Everything tied to his name is moving at a different speed right now. Just look at what happened with Nike. The sports apparel giant released a special line of shoes themed around Shedeur Sanders, and the response was immediate and explosive. The drop created a wave across social media. Sneaker forums lit up. Fans lined up digitally and physically to get their hands on the release. That's not common for a rookie quarterback drafted in the 5th round. That's superstar behavior. That's brand power that companies dream about. Nike doesn't just roll out special editions for anyone. They invest where they see long-term influence, and clearly they see something massive in Shedeur Sanders. What makes this even more interesting is how quickly this has all happened. Usually, brand dominance in the NFL takes years. It takes playoff wins, Pro Bowl selections, MVP chatter. Shedeur Sanders is building that off-presence, personality, and the belief his supporters have in him before his career even fully peaks.
Listen, I'm telling you this right now. All you fans out there, NFL fans, especially if you Brown fans, go get that 1-2 jersey. And I'm not talking about Tom Brady. I'm talking about Shedeur Sanders. Because if y'all know this now, you're going to know it soon. He's going to be the starter day one. He's the best one in the room. Listen, if you're in Ohio and you don't have Myles Garrett's jersey, you don't have Jamar Chase jersey, if you don't have Joe Burrow's jersey, if you don't have Spotty Mitchell's jersey, it's one jersey you better have then. And that's Shedeur Action Sanders. Legendary.
That's rare, that's powerful, and it sends a message to the league that draft position doesn't define ceiling anymore. Marketability doesn't wait for permission. Influence doesn't follow old rules. Shedeur Sanders stepped into the NFL with a blueprint already in place, and now that blueprint is turning into record-breaking results. The craziest part? This might just be the beginning. If a rookie season can generate $30 million in jersey sales and spark major brand collaborations, imagine what happens when the on-field success stacks up even higher. Imagine playoff runs, division titles, national spotlight games. The foundation is already built. The culture is already locked in. And as Cam Newton made clear, this is not hype. This is a shift happening in real time.
Understand, freedom of speech is not free. And I think what Shedeur was doing, what Shedeur was saying, what his father was saying, and the way the father has kind of engulfed his children as you're going into a league where it's like, yo, I'm going to win. Like, it's everything is resume based. We won everywhere. Yeah, y'all changed the culture.
Shedeur Sanders isn't just playing the NFL game, he's redefining it from a business and cultural standpoint. And the league is watching closely because moments like this don't come around often. In just 2 days, Nike reportedly pulled in around $20 million from selling those Shedeur Sanders themed shoes. 2 days. That's the level of cultural pull we're dealing with right now. This isn't just about a hot product drop. This is about influence moving at full speed. Shedeur Sanders understands how to carry himself, how to present his personality, and how to connect that personality to a brand in a way that actually feels real to fans across the country. People aren't buying just because it's trendy. They're buying because they feel connected to the journey.
But you were mentioning the Shedeur one. So actually, I met him at an Avon football game, and he saw a kid wearing it. There was like 8 kids in the crowd wearing this shirt just randomly on a Friday night. And he stopped the one kid and took a picture with it and everything. So that was pretty cool to see.
And Nike knew exactly what they were doing when they rolled this out. The release ceremony wasn't some basic sneaker drop either. Nike went all in and built an experience around it. They turned it into a moment. They invited Deion Sanders Jr. to the event, and the pride on his face said everything. He spoke about the love and support Shedeur Sanders has received for years, about the grind behind the scenes, about the family staying locked in through every stage. It became more than a marketing event. It felt personal.
Super unique NFL contract.
Damn.
That's interesting. I would love to see that.
Fans who have followed the Sanders family story from college days to the NFL saw that and felt it. That emotional layer matters. That's how you build loyalty that lasts longer than a season. But Nike didn't stop at the flashy presentation. They went deeper with the storytelling. They showcased Shedeur Sanders' very first professional style shoes, the ones he wore when he first started making noise at the college level.
Sanders has sold the most amount of jerseys out of any rookie.
That detail hit differently. It wasn't just about selling something new. It was about showing the path. It was about reminding people where it started and how far he's come. That kind of storytelling hits the heart of sports culture. Fans love growth. Fans love watching someone rise. And Nike packaged that rise perfectly. From college standout to NFL star, they connected every chapter into one clean narrative. That's elite marketing strategy. Now when you combine the shoe sales with the jersey numbers we talked about earlier, the message becomes clear. Wherever Shedeur Sanders goes, the energy follows. Wherever he plays, the fan base shows up. That's not forced hype. That's not a media machine pushing a narrative. That's a genuine connection between a player and supporters who see ambition, confidence, and belief in his journey. People respect the grind, they respect the composure, and they respect the fact that he steps into big moments without shrinking. That's why the movement keeps growing. Then comes the part that really shakes things up.
The money sign too? These Shedeur's cleats. I mean, these Shedeur shoes. That's hard. Oh, it said right here. Oh, his pro day one. It says Shedeur Sanders Pro.
Nike didn't just offer him a standard rookie endorsement. Reports say Shedeur Sanders secured a massive $125 million endorsement deal with Nike before even stepping onto an NFL field. Think about that. A 9-figure contract before taking a single professional snap. That doesn't happen by accident. That doesn't happen without serious market evaluation. Companies don't hand out those numbers based on potential alone. They invest when they see long-term dominance, long-term cultural relevance, and long-term profitability. And here's where it takes another turn. The moment Shedeur Sanders stepped onto the field for his first preseason appearance, Nike activated what's known as the active player clause in the contract. That clause reportedly doubled the value of the deal. Just like that, the total jumped to around $250 million over 4 years. $250 million tied to a rookie player. That kind of structure shows confidence from the brand side. It shows they weren't guessing, they were prepared. They had already built the framework to scale the partnership the second he officially became an active NFL player. This is unprecedented territory. Rookies usually spend their first few years proving they belong. Shedeur Sanders walked in with corporate giants already treating him like a franchise pillar. And whether people love it or question it, the numbers speak loud. The fan engagement speaks loud. And the perks don't stop there. On top of that massive endorsement contract, Shedeur Sanders reportedly secured something almost unheard of, 50% of the revenue from his jersey sales. 50%? For a rookie, that's wild. Most first-year players are just happy to see their jersey hit the team store. Shedeur is out here splitting the pot like a seasoned superstar. That type of leverage doesn't come easy, especially not for someone who hasn't even stacked multiple NFL seasons yet. It shows negotiating power, it shows confidence from the brands, and it shows that the people backing him understand his market value isn't ordinary. This officially positions him as the highest-paid rookie in NFL history from an endorsement standpoint. And honestly, it's not even close. Now here's where it gets even more interesting. Shedeur Sanders wasn't selected in the first round like many draft analysts originally projected. He slid all the way to the 5th round. That drop had people talking heavy. Some questioned his mechanics, some questioned the scouting evaluations. Others started debating whether teams overthought the process. The draft night narrative tried to frame it as a setback. But look at how that story flipped. Despite being a 5th-round pick, he's already out-earning top prospects like Cam Ward and Travis Hunter, players who were projected to hear their names called much earlier. That contrast says everything. Draft position might decide salary scale on paper, but it doesn't decide market dominance off the field. This is where the Sanders brand, the Nike machine, and smart decision-making all come together. It's not random luck, it's alignment. The Sanders family has always understood presentation, timing, and leverage. Pair that with Nike's global reach and marketing precision, and you get a formula that multiplies influence fast. Shedeur Sanders didn't wait to prove himself before building partnerships. He stepped into the league already structured like a long-term enterprise. That's rare for a rookie quarterback. Most guys focus only on playbooks and depth charts. He's balancing football with boardroom-level moves at the same time. That's strategic. When you zoom out and look at everything, the jersey revenue split, the endorsement numbers, the shoe drops, the media presence, one thing becomes clear. Shedeur Sanders isn't just winning financially for a rookie. He's competing with established veterans when you factor in total income streams beyond playing contracts. His business awareness, combined with solid on-field flashes and strong cultural relevance, has created a powerful momentum wave. Brands see stability. Fans see authenticity. Sponsors see long-term growth. That combination is dangerous in the best way. And what makes this even more impressive is how composed he remains through all of it. Big money can bring pressure. Big headlines can bring critics. But Shedeur Sanders continues to carry himself with calm confidence. He understands the spotlight and doesn't look overwhelmed by it. That maturity adds another layer to why companies feel safe investing at this level. They aren't just paying for potential throws on Sunday. They're investing in consistency, image control, and leadership presence. That's the kind of foundation that sustains a brand for years, not just months. So when people look at the numbers and feel shocked, they have to understand this didn't happen overnight. This is the result of preparation, visibility, and calculated moves lining up perfectly. The 5th-round draft slot might have surprised some analysts, but financially and culturally, Shedeur Sanders is operating like a top-tier franchise face already. Shedeur Sanders dealt with heavy skepticism throughout his rookie season. Some critics questioned him because of where he was drafted. Others tried to reduce his success to his last name instead of his talent. There were conversations about whether he fit the traditional image some people expected quarterback. The noise was loud, the opinions were strong, but through all of that, Shedeur Sanders stayed steady. He didn't let outside narratives define him. He didn't respond with panic. He responded with production, presence, and poise. And now the results are undeniable. From jersey sales exploding, to major shoe deals moving millions in days, to stepping on the field and showing flashes of real command, he's impacting every corner of the league. What stands out most is how complete his impact feels. This isn't just a marketing story, it's not just a performance story either. It's both at the same time. Shedeur Sanders is building a name that resonates in the locker room, in the boardroom, and in the fan base all at once. That balance is rare. Usually, players lean one way, either strong brand with average production or strong production with quiet branding. He's finding a way to push both lanes forward together. That's why the momentum feels different. It feels sustainable. And here's where it gets exciting. This is only year one, rookie season. Learning the speed of the game, adjusting to NFL defenses, understanding playbooks at the highest level. If this is the baseline, imagine what happens as he gains more reps, more chemistry with teammates, and more control of the offense. Quarterbacks usually make their biggest jumps between years 1 and 3. If that development curve hits the way it often does for talented players, the conversation around Shedeur Sanders could shift from promising to elite quicker than people expect. Add that growth to the business engine already running in the background, and you're looking at something the league hasn't really experienced before. The NFL has seen stars. It has seen marketable players. It has seen dominant quarterbacks. But rarely do you see a young player blend cultural relevance, financial leverage, and competitive hunger this early in his career. That combination changes how teams think. It changes how brands invest. It changes how fans engage. Shedeur Sanders isn't just navigating the league, he's influencing it. And whether someone supported him from day one or came around later, the reality is clear now. The impact is real. The numbers are real. The growth is real. We are watching a new blueprint take shape in real time. A fifth-round pick stepping into a spotlight that usually belongs to first overall selections. A rookie commanding endorsement structures that veterans chase for years. A young quarterback carrying both expectation and opportunity without shrinking from it. That's not common. That's not accidental. That's preparation meeting opportunity at full speed. And if this is only the beginning, the rest of the league better pay attention. Because the next chapter of Shedeur Sanders' story could be even bigger than the first, and we're all watching it unfold live.